All right, welcome to Chef's Take. I'm your host, Michael Zavlaris. Today is January 21st, 2024. Today is the 6-year anniversary of the Eagles brutally pounding the Vikings 38-7 to advance to Super Bowl 52. What a time that was. I can't believe it's been 6 years. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was with Matt and Vicente. We were at Miller's Ale House watching the game. It was a perfect night. And now, this team got eliminated from the playoffs after having one of the worst end of season collapses ever. But I'm not going to talk about that. I will be discussing the Eagles in a separate video that will be coming out within the week or so. Depends on how. We don't have an official word on Sirianni yet. I mean, it looks like he's going to come back, but like I said, I'm not gonna say anything until his fate on the team is officially determined. But anyway, I'm going to talk about my wild card picks and then talk about my division picks because unfortunately I am a couple days late, but I still had my picks. I just never got to record it. So let's get right into the wild card recap. So there were 6 games last week, and I went 4-2, which is not bad at all. I did have the Bills beating the Steelers. I had the Packers beating the Cowboys. I had the Chiefs beating the Dolphins because the Chiefs are just experiencing the playoffs. And the weather even though no one has played in that day after tomorrow kind of weather, it kind of puts the Chiefs at an advantage because they always play in the cold. But most importantly, just like I said, the Dolphins never beat a team over 500. The only team that they beat over 500 were the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are the same thing. The Cowboys and the Dolphins are the same team, just in different conferences. They're the teams that are like, okay, we beat the crap out of bad teams, but lose to the good teams. That's what they are, and that's what happened with the Chiefs. They won 26-7. And the 2 games I got wrong were I thought the Browns were going to beat the Texans. I thought it was going to be a close game, but no, the Texans blew the doors off with a 31-point win, a 45-14 win. And the other incorrect pick I had were the Rams beating the Lions. I thought they had what it takes. I thought it was going to be a great game, and it turned out to be a really good game. It's just, it didn't go their way. But a good game nonetheless. And yes, I did pick the Buccaneers to beat the Eagles. However, I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I mean, it was horrible, but I didn't expect it to be that bad. But yeah, I did not see the Eagles winning that game. It just got to that point where it's like, okay, they're all bark, no bite. They're like, oh, things changed to center, but it didn't. So yeah, 4-2 in the wild card is pretty good, I would say. So without further ado, let's get into the divisional round picks. So we had 2 games yesterday. We had the Ravens and Texans, and we had the Niners and Packers, which is a great playoff rivalry, I believe. I think we can all say that, especially when Rodgers was the quarterback. And then today we have the Buccaneers and the Lions, and then, which I think is going to be the game of the week, Bills and Chiefs. Mahomes' first playoff game when he's not at home, other than the Super Bowl, of course, but we don't count that. So, I picked the Ravens to beat the Texans. I was going to go with a 34-17 score prediction, but the score ended up being 34-10, so not too shabby. The Ravens are just a completely different team this year. They have a great offense and a great defense. And the Texans they're just a really, really young team. Nothing against them at all. They're a really young team. They have a rookie quarterback. They have young receivers, and they have a rookie head coach who has done a phenomenal job. I like the future for the Texans. It's very promising. CJ Stroud is a legit. He's already at least a top 12 quarterback for me. I'm just saying that right now because I really don't have my list in mind at the moment, but they struck gold on picking Stroud. So, yeah, I picked the Ravens to win, and I picked the Niners to beat the Packers. I thought it was going to be a good game. I didn't think it was going to be this close. The Packers almost won the game. Well, I shouldn't say almost won the game. Their kicker missed the game. The kicker missed a field goal to put them up 7. And if the Niners scored, we would be looking at overtime at least. But in football, or in sports in general, you can't play the should've, would've, could've game. You can't play the if game too. You just can't. But Carlson missed a crucial field goal. And he's been, like, statistically speaking, the worst kicker this year. He missed, like, 6 extra points, worst in the league. And even Matt LaFleur said that every time he goes out there to kick, he just prays. But he's a rookie kicker after all. It just sucks that it all caught up to them at the worst possible time. So, as of right now, I'm 2-0. Now we have the Buccaneers and Lions game. The Lions are 6-point favorites, and the over-under is 49.5. I really want to go for the upset with the Buccaneers, but the Lions are just so damn good offensively. It's insane, and I'm gonna pick the Lions here. So I'm gonna take the 6 points. I think the Lions win by at least 6. Because look, last week with the Eagles game, and like I said, I'm gonna do a deep dive into the Eagles in a separate video, but Devontae Smith had like 2 or 3 slant route catches, and they went for big yardage because the Buccaneers were doing 0 blitzes. And for some reason, we didn't do anything to stop the blitz. Like, no quick routes, hot routes, any of that stuff. It was so dumb. I think Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell have a great game plan today to exploit it. And I think it's going to blow up in the Buccaneers' face. So, yeah, I'm picking the Lions here. Next, we have the Chiefs and Bills. Game of the week, I believe. This is Mahomes' first away playoff game, as mentioned, excluding the Super Bowl because we don't count the Super Bowl usually. So, yeah, the Chiefs looked good last week, but like I said, the Dolphins always struggle against winning teams. But I think the Bills are clicking right now. They've looked pretty good. They've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the playoffs. They won 6 straight. So they're getting hot at the right time, which is good. And they almost beat us back in around Thanksgiving time. We almost got beat. So they've looked really good. So yeah, I'm gonna pick the Bills. I think they have all the tools to beat the Chiefs. The weather in Buffalo right now, it just says it's cloudy. It doesn't even give me the weather, like the temperature. It's alright. It's gonna be in the 20s. But both teams are used to that. But the Bills have far more firepower. They have a better defense. They have a better offense. They're just a better team, I believe. And I think they're going to win this game. I want to say, first of all, the over-under is what? 45.5. I kind of want to go with a 27-21 Bills victory. And I feel like the Chiefs are going to get like a garbage time touchdown of some sort. But yeah, I'm going to go 27-21. So, yeah. We would have a Bills and Ravens and Niners and Lions championship game, which would be nice. So, yeah. Those are my picks. As of right now, I'm 6-2 in the playoffs, which is pretty good. But yeah, that's all I have for you. So yeah, thank you for watching, and talk to y'all next week.